Hey everyone, Adrian from Audio Excellence, and this is my friend who is the rep for Roon in Canada. I guess you guys have Roon in Canada, right?
Yes, Jay, Roon across
So
Canada.
Rick,
Yeah.
and Rick is going to do an unboxing of the Roon Nucleus Plus. So for all you guys who are watching this, there's a special promo in Canada. I don't know about the rest of the world. So for the rest of the world, too bad. It sucks to be you. For now, that's a special promo until end of
September.
End of September.
Yeah, so September 30th is
right.
when the promo ends.
So you buy a Roon Nucleus or Roon Nucleus Plus, you get a 1 terabyte internal hard drive free and a 1-year subscription to Roon.
Yeah.
So he's going to do the unboxing. We're just going to stand here and laugh at him, make funny noises, and ask him difficult questions.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. So 2 boxes. There's an outer box and then the inner box. So I'm going to open up the outer box, and it's just for shipping purposes to protect the nicer looking box that's on the inside of the unit. So you'll see what I mean when I open them up.
Stop mumbling.
Here you go.
I've known him forever.
Very long time.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the unit there. So Nucleus by Roon. Okay.
Now,
This one happens to be a Nucleus Plus, by the way.
How can you tell when you open up a box whether it's a Roon Nucleus or a Nucleus Plus?
It has been a tough question.
See?
When
I've
we open
stumped
the unit,
him already.
Yeah, you did. It's usually by the serial number on the unit. On the outer box, it will tell you. If you look at it
On the side.
like on the side here, it should say Nucleus
Yeah,
Plus on the
Nucleus
side.
Plus.
Yeah. So it'll be on the outer box.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay.
You won.
Okay. There we go. See, protecting the inner box, so nice and clean. And Adrian, that blade again, please. Thank you. So we're gonna cut the seal, and then there you go, sir.
By the way, is the Toronto Audio Show happening this year?
It got canceled.
It
Yeah,
that's
canceled.
too bad.
Yeah, they were planning it, but then it ended up getting
That's
canceled.
too bad.
So in the box, you're going to get 2 cards. One is going to have your subscription code on it. Okay, and that's what it looks like. So subscription code here. And no, you can't go online and try to use this code, even though you can see it. It won't work. It's actually attached to this unit via serial number. So you can't rob it and try it in another unit.
Keep trying, guys.
Will not work.
Try it anyway.
And then you've got a quick start guide in the unit as well too. Very simple, straightforward. Setup is quite easy on this. It's basically plug and play. All right. So we'll put those aside. And very well packaged, as you can see. Proper styrofoam around the outer edges of the unit. And here we go. Here it comes. The Roon Nucleus Plus.
Looks nice.
Right.
Nice heat sinks everywhere.
Right.
The whole case is a heat sink.
Yeah. And we'll get a shot of the back of the unit.
And you might need some light. Yeah.
See there? So we've got 2 USBs for any device that's not supported via Roon tested or Roon certified. You can plug them directly into the unit with a high quality USB cable. Or you can do multi-channel audio via the 2 HDMI outputs as well.
So you could hang a USB drive on the back here as well.
Correct, yeah, NAS drive, USB drive, anything like that, yeah, would be fine. Your power button is here, there's your power supply, and of course your Ethernet connection here.
Cool.
Okay,
And this is the power supply.
there we go, right?
Transformer plugs into the wall, and this other end goes to the back.
Right.
Okay.
Get screwdriver. I'm going to open it up
yes,
and
yes.
talk about the
Give me a
inside.
second.
We might as well do it all.
Phillips, is it?
Phillips, yeah. So if you wanted to upgrade to a larger SSD or HDD drive, this is how you would do it. Pretty straightforward. 4 screws. Removing the underplate. Take the plate off. And there's your internal. So this is your 1 terabyte HDD drive. This is the SSD that powers the unit. So the software is actually on here as well. And then this is the motherboard. Very simple, very straightforward. This has got an i7 processor in it.
Now keep in mind, guys, it only comes with the hard drive because it's on promotion right now. If you
Right.
normally buy it, it doesn't come with the drive. But you can spec it, right? With,
yes.
with drives. You
Yeah.
were saying up to how many?
So in the case of this Nucleus Plus here, you can go up to 8 terabytes. In the regular Nucleus, it'll be 4 terabytes maximum.
And while we've got it open, why don't you talk about the differences between the Nucleus and the Nucleus Plus?
So the main differences between the Nucleus and the Nucleus Plus is the Nucleus is good for up to 6 zones. The Nucleus Plus is, they just like to advertise it's more than 6 zones. It can go up to 10, with no issues at all. You also have a full suite of the DSPs in the Nucleus Plus versus the Nucleus. So more calibration perimeters in the Nucleus Plus.
Oh.
It's also faster for processing, and what else is there? It's just faster for processing. So it'll process more and handle more of your music files. So over 100,000 albums. This can handle. The Nucleus is going to handle 100,000 or less
So what does that mean? So if, let's say I have a
files.
playlist
Mhm.
from Tidal. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, so your title playlist, if you've got an 8 terabyte NAS drive, for example, however many files are on there, 100,000, it can actually handle more than 100,000, but we just spec it up to that. So we've got a client, for example, that has multiple NAS drives, and he's got roughly what Malcolm has about 300,000, right? And he has no issues with it, and he's got them in different places. So as long as they're connected to the network, the Nucleus will see it, or the Nucleus Plus will see it, and it will be able to actually control it and play music from it. So he's got the 2 drives, he's got his Mac, he's got music stored on his Mac as well, and internally, right? So that's 4 different locations, and he's able to control everything from there, right? So he's got an extensive music library, so.
Okay.
No hiccups on it at all. No moving parts, so there are no fans. It doesn't get hot, right? Yes, room temperature is about as warm as it's ever going to get. So there's no moving parts. So sonically, it's going to be better than some of the competitive products on the market because some of them use fans and some of them have amplifiers built in, right? Which of course, it doesn't work too well with the computer board. So that sort of thing. Other than that, pretty straightforward. As you can see, it's pretty basic inside, right? And again, it's just a stripped down i7 processor.
So my understanding, and forgive me, it's an open-ended question, and maybe that's why. My understanding about Roon is that, let's say you have multiple hard drives and you have music, as Rick was saying earlier, all over the place, including your computer and so on. And let's say you want to do a search of Billy Joel, and you've got Billy Joel in all across all of your different hard drives,
Right.
Tidal, as well as your computer.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you want to find a particular Billy Joel song or album,
Right.
you'd have to go through every single one of these drives and search for it and see where it might be. Whereas with Roon, it automatically...
Roon would automatically find it.
There you go.
Right. So I get your question now. So it not only looks at your drives, your multiple drives, it also goes out on the internet to find the information as well. And then it actually compiles everything, right? And then it presents it to you on screen. So you're able to surf all that information about the artist.
Right.
You don't need to know where it's getting it from. It just presents it in front of you as a surfable. It's like a surfable album all of a sudden, right? You've got in front of you, right? You can click on different links on it because it's going to give you that ability. Again, that's one of the things that most of the other devices, including Tidal, doesn't do as well.
Right.
It actually takes control of Tidal. So it works. Tidal works within Roon, right? So your standard Tidal interface will be taken over by Roon, and it just becomes Roon. It will sort of look like Tidal, but it's going to give you a lot more information. Like for example, when you're searching your artists, even if they're in your collection, it's still going to go out on the internet and bring in some more information. So you'll get a slew of information that you probably don't even have in your database. Right, it's going to do that for you, and it's just going to all compile it all together and go, here you go. You wanted to search on Billy Joel, here's all the information on Billy Joel, and then some, right?
Cool. And that's why you need Roon.
Right.
All right, so let's connect it up. is the Ethernet cable.
High quality Ethernet cable,
That's
please. Right.
If I can just see. Okay, there we go. And so we have an external drive full of music, so I'm going to connect that now.
Plug that into it, yeah.
Okay, and I think that's it.
That's all we need to do, and then turn it on. So
Okay, so
blue
you
light, blue
come
light
around
should
and
come
see it.
on.
So there's a power button right there, and you'll see the green light. So if we push power, there we go. Lights on. And I think we're ready to go.
So we're just loading the Roon app. Okay, it's loaded up, and it's going to. It says select a different core because it was previously connected to a Nucleus. So now we're installing a Nucleus Plus. So when I hit select a different core, it's going to ask me for permission, yes or no, and I'm going to say yes. And there's the Nucleus Plus. As you can see, it says Nucleus Plus on it. So this is the newer unit, and I hit connect. So here's the a look at the home screen on the Nucleus Plus, right? And from the home screen, we can actually search for an artist. So Aaliyah came to mind. I don't know why. So we'll search for Aaliyah. And then we would just pick that. And so what you get now is an album from that artist. You can play now, but you can also, this is where it gets really interesting. Here's all the tracks that are available on that album. And you can click on any one of the three dots, and you can see what you can do here. You can add them to your folder, so your library. You can share them. You can view the credits of that particular track, and so on and so forth. As you scroll through this album, you'll notice that you're also getting recommended albums for you to view as well. So new releases from a different or similar type of artists, right? That's basically what Roon is doing with the help of Tidal, right? So you can click on any one of these and find out more about that artist. And again, like I'd mentioned earlier in the video, cameos, composers, that sort of thing. All of that's going to show up here, and you can basically click on any one of these and dive into it more deeply, into the artist and their bio and different types of information. All this information that's listed here can be displayed on a TV screen as well. If you pick one of the tracks, so if we pick the first track that's playing, just leave that there. We can actually have this come up on a TV screen, and it sort of looks like how karaoke is. It'll come up with the lyrics, the lyric content, and it will scroll even. And it's got in the corner, it will have a picture of that particular album and the artist's name as well. So that's a really nice feature to have on your TV if you're entertaining at home. Your guests can actually see all that information. So that's one of the cool things, and it's going to be done via Wi-Fi. So anyone at Google Cast or anyone of the Google or smart TVs, you can enable this feature instantly. That also becomes a zone because you can also play the audio through that TV as well, right? It's not just putting up the video; it's actually putting up the audio as well. So we're going to talk about the DSP functionalities of the Roon Nucleus Plus and how you get to it. I'll quickly show you different zones and zone grouping as well. So when you want to get into the DSP, here's your volume control. You can hit that, and when you hit the volume control, in this application here it's fixed, but if you hit the button obviously that says DSP there, it brings you into your DSP functionality. So digital signal processing or digital sound processing is what we're looking at here. And then from here, you've got all sorts of different things. So on this particular node, you've got headroom management. I can turn that on. Sampler rate conversion, I can turn that on. Then you've got crossfeed parametric EQ is one of the ones that we use. And when you turn that on, So here's your parametric EQ. It's going to be small because it's a 7-inch tablet, so it's a little small on screen. But here's what I was talking about earlier. So for this particular zone, so the node CF92, if that were a room in your home, which we call a zone, and it wasn't sounding right, I can actually go into that DSP in that particular zone and precisely tailor the sound to my liking. I can increase the high frequencies or decrease the high frequencies. I can increase the bass or the mid-range, all from here. And it's just a drag and drop. Very, very simple process. Just to tailor the sound to my liking, to make it sound a little better in that particular zone. You can see I can adjust the frequencies here, just to slide across, right, to whatever frequency I like. It's pretty user-friendly. That's one of the nice features of this.